Yeah, good morning, everyone. I'm audible.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good
Yes.
morning. See, my name is Samir, and I'll be your faculty for this. And when it comes to my professional experience, I have 10 plus years of experience in IT. And in the clouds, I'm working since the past 3 years in the clouds. Okay. And that is in some of the corporate. So that's it about my profile, guys. Okay. And when we talk about everyone, okay, so when we talk about your introduction and all, okay. So anyways, after the session we will have the introduction of every one of you. So now presently we'll start with the process, guys. That is nothing but the demonstration for which we have joined it here. Okay, so guys, let's begin here. So first of all, let us see, all of you, what is, okay, Azure. What is Azure Data Factory? Okay, so let's try to understand first of all, what is a Azure Data Factory? Okay, guys, everyone. So now when you talk about the Azure Data Factory, so Azure Data Factory is nothing but it is a service. It is what? Azure Data Factory is a service, guys. This is a service. The Azure Data Factory is a service. Azure Data Factory is a service. This is not a software, guys. It is a service provided by the Microsoft. Provided by the Microsoft. Okay. Provided by the Microsoft. Okay. To perform the job of ETL. To perform the job of ETL. Where this ETL stands for extraction. Okay. Transformation and loading. This is the full form of ETL. So the Azure Data Factory is a service provided by the Microsoft to perform the job of ETL. Likewise, the Microsoft, that is nothing but one of the service of the Microsoft, whereas the Microsoft is marketing their products or marketing their services, marketing their various services. The Microsoft is marketing their various services. Okay, guys. The Microsoft is marketing their various services with a name called Azure Data Engineering. Azure Data Engineering. So, whereas under this Azure Data Engineering, we have one of the service, guys, we have one of the service. That service is called as what? Azure Data Factory. Getting my point? We have one of the service that is called as what? Azure Data Factory. Azure Data Factory. Getting my point, everyone? So, guys, we have a Microsoft that is nothing but called as what? Azure Data Engineering. So, Azure is the name for the cloud services provided by the Microsoft. That means the Microsoft is marketing their cloud services. The Microsoft is marketing their cloud services. Microsoft is marketing their cloud services with a name called Azure. So hence, under the Azure Data Engineering, we have one of the service called what? Azure Data Factory. Whereas apart from this, guys, we also have many more services provided by the Azure Data Engineering, such as, can you see here, we have the another service. I'm just giving it to you. Here, can you see? One of the service that is called as under this Azure Data Engineering. We have the another service. Under the Azure Data Engineering, we have one more service, or we can say, just giving you elaboratedly. So that is called as what? Azure Databricks. Azure Databricks. Okay. So basically, this is also one of the service. This is also one of the service. And this is provided by the, again, Microsoft. Provided by the Microsoft to perform the job of the same ETL. This is also used for the ETL only. And apart from this, can you see here? We have the another one more very good service provided by the Microsoft Azure. That is, here we call it as what? Here we call it as what, guys? Here we call it and refer it here as Azure Synapse. Azure Synapse Analytics. And whereas this service provided by the Microsoft to perform various jobs, that means here when we talk about the data, what is that? What is data integration? It can perform the data integration, and then it can perform the data summarization. Guys, everyone, data summarization. It can perform the that is called as a data science, and it can also perform the machine learning. All these are the things added here into this Synapse. So we can say the Synapse is a, can you see here? The Synapse is nothing but, this is called as what? A fully, that is nothing but collaborative service, which is nothing but Azure Synapse Analytics. Whereas it is also called as the data warehousing of Azure. So now, guys, today we have gathered here to learn more about the Azure Data Factory. Okay, so let us see first of all what is an Azure Data Factory is. Okay, so why it is used and what are the things you have written Azure Data Factory. Okay, guys. So when we talk about the Azure Data Factory, guys, when we talk about the Azure Data Factory, so as we know that the Azure Data Factory is nothing but, this is a service to perform the job of ETL. So what does this ETL does actually? The ETL is nothing but, this is used to perform, guys. The ETL is nothing but, it is used to perform. This ETL is nothing but, it is used to perform the process of data summarization. It is used to perform the process of what? Data summarization. So data summarization, the Azure Data Factory, that is the ETL, is used to perform the data summarization. Data summarization. So what do you mean by data summarization? Summarization is nothing but cutting short, or we can say summarizing, minimizing the data. That's it. Okay. So before we see, guys, what is can you see here? What is Azure Data Factory is? What is this Azure? Basically, we can say this is not only a service. We can say it's a cloud service. It is a cloud service. So what is the cloud and what is the service it provides? Why it is provided? Let us try to understand first of all two things here. The first one, let us say what is an on-premises. And the second one, let us say what is a cloud. What is the on-premises and what is the cloud? So if you understand these two, okay, what is that? What is the on-premises and what is the cloud, guys? Then rest of the things will become very easier for you to move further. Anyways, okay. So when we talk about the on-premises and the cloud, so now, guys, let's try to discuss an example. Let us try to discuss an example. Suppose you wanted to stay. You have come to Hyderabad from other place. Let us say you have come to Hyderabad from other place. Now you wanted to stay in Hyderabad for only 6 months or only 6 months. Now, in this 6 months, even you wanted to, okay, even you wanted to that is see and explore Hyderabad. Okay, so for that you require some vehicle to travel. Am I right or not? So for that, what you will do, as you're there in only 6 months, okay, only 6 months you're there in Hyderabad. After that, you're going to leave it for some Canada or US. Okay, let us assume it. Now, guess what is there? Here is, for this 6 months, if you're staying in Hyderabad, to move out, to move around, are you going to buy a car here? Is it advised to buy a car? Tell me now.
No, sir.
No, generally it's not advised to buy a car. So what is the thing you have it? But you want a self-driven vehicle. So do we have any, will we get any self-driven vehicle nowadays?
Yes, sir.
Yes, we
Up
take
to
that.
yes,
sir.
24.
yeah. So we have a concept Zoom car is there, where in Hyderabad they provide what's that car on monthly basis, daily basis, weekly basis, hourly basis also they provide it. So you take that car whenever you wanted to go, that is go in that car, that is roam in the same car, and ultimately once you are done with a job, simply you return the car to them and pay the cost. So now here the Zoom car people have made it easier for a person is not staying, who doesn't want to, or who is not staying in Hyderabad for a long time. So at the same time, he can take advantage of that vehicle, and as well as he can use that vehicle, and without having any kind of this thing, he can return it back and paying that by paying some cost. And the main advantage is that that vehicle, whatever we are taking it, it can be, they give it for hourly basis. They give it for hourly basis, that is 2 hours, 3 hours, 6 hours, like that they will give it. In the same way, they will also provide you that is hourly basis, and also what is that? They also provide you what's that? The weekly basis and also the monthly basis they provide it to you. So it depends upon our requirement, we can take it. That's a very simple process wherein guys, we will saving a lot, we will be saving a lot of cost. So if we, can you see here, if suppose if you buy a vehicle in Hyderabad, so first of all you have to make a down payment. Then afterwards you have to maintain your car, and then you have to pay the monthly EMIs. A lot of cost is incurred. To cut short the concept, as you wanted to stay in Hyderabad for only that is for only how many days? Uh, that is six months. So the concept of Zoom car has introduced. In the same way, guys, in the same way, let us try to see one more example here. So in the same way here, we all use a mobile phone. Am I right or not? Everybody, tell me. Yes, we all use a mobile phone. Everybody, tell me now. We all use a mobile phone. So guys, when we all use the mobile phone, so in our mobile phone, we will be having two type of memories are there. What are the memories? Can somebody tell me? In our mobile phone, we have two type of memories. What are the memories? Tell me now.
Internal and external.
That is nothing but internal memory, which is inbuilt. Inbuilt, that is, we can say, if you have a mobile phone, the mobile phone will have a memory. So that memory is nothing but you will have an inbuilt memory that is called a mobile memory. Let us say something around 16 GB, something they will get it anyways with every mobile. But you have a data to be stored more than 16 GB. What is the alternative for you? Tell me now. What is the
SD card.
alternative?
SD card.
So yeah, you have to buy an
External.
SD card. Yeah, you have to buy a very good. So you have to buy an SD card. So we can have a SD card for whatever the configurations. Let us say 32 GB SD card. I bought it and inserted it. Now after the SD card is inserted, everything, still I have a data of still I have a data of 500 GB is there. How much data? Still I have a data of 500 GB. 500 GB data is there. So tell me now, can we insert more than one SD card in your mobile phone?
No, sir.
Huh? No, not possible. Generally, this
sir.
option is not provided. So what is the alternative if I have to store the 500 GB data? Tell me now. Because there is no data in my mobile phone, there is no data in my SD card. So, but I have to, that is, the memory is very little. In mobile phone, it is 16 GB, and in the SD card, it is 32 GB. Collaboratively, we have around something, okay, nearly 48 GB, something like that. Okay, 48 GB, something, okay, is like that. So, guys, now tell me, okay, 48 or 46 GB, something like that. So now tell me, as you have it here, the data here like this. Now tell me, what is the alternative? How can we store this 500 GB? So guys,
Either I can use the pen drive or the drive.
very good. So we can use the pen drive, or else pen drive we can use it. But I want to use it and get accessible into the mobile phone. So for that, I can go for a Google Drive. Am I right or not? But Google Drive also
sir.
provides Google Drive also provides a limitation of 15 GB. But what if I have to store 500 GB data? For that,
Sir, I have to pay
very good.
cost.
Very good. So you have to buy the cost. You have to pay the cost and buy the memory. So you have to pay the cost for 500 GB. So whatever the cost fixed by the, whatever the cost fixed by the, that is nothing but whatever the cost fixed by the Google, you have to pay that cost. And once the cost is paid, you will be able to access it. Now tell me, your mobile phone now has how many type of memories? One is the mobile phone inbuilt memory, another one is the SD card, and the third one is what? Google Drive memory. Am I right or not, everyone? See,
Uh, yes, sir.
these are the three type of memories available with you right now. Now, one fine day, you lost your mobile phone. One fine day, you lost your mobile phone. Now tell me, is it possible for you? Now tell me, is it possible for you to get the entire data when you buy a new mobile phone?
No, sir.
Not possible.
Sir, it is possible only for Google Drive, na?
Very good. So that's the only thing. That means we can retrieve it back only the data which is stored in the Google Drive. But whereas you have the data in your mobile phone and SD card, which you cannot access it, Am I right or
We
not?
lost it.
Because
Yes, sir, we
lost is
it.
lost, that's it. So we can say that this kind of a data, whatever you have it, what is that? This kind of a data or this kind of a memory which you have it, that is called as mobile phone and SD card. This kind of a data is called as what? This kind of a data, all of you. This kind of a data here it is called as, guys, this kind of a data here it is called as what? On-premises data. It is called as what? On-premises data. It is called as what? On-premises data. Whereas in the same way, the data which is kept, guys, the data which is kept in the Google Drive, you can refer it as the data on cloud. You can refer it as what? Data on cloud. Am I right or not? It's a cloud. That means the saving responsibility, guys, the saving responsibility and the data saving responsibility, everything is the keen and prime responsibility of the cloud provider. That means whenever you want, you should be able to retrieve the data, and whenever you want, you should be able to retrieve the data, all the things. Can you see here? And the data, whatever you are saving it, the security of the data is the responsibility of the cloud provider. So in the same way, guys, so this is called as what? Yes, guys, this is called as what? On-premises data. And the second one is called as what? Cloud environment data. In the same way, can you see here, guys, what is that we have it? I'll just take you through my desktop, everyone. Just have a look on this. Can you see here, everyone? So here, I have some data here. Some data in the sense, can you see? Some file is there. So let us open this file. So I'm having some folder here with a name called sales, and you have file. So this file is right now available in what? It is available in my computer. This is available in my computer. See here. Go to the properties and see. So this is available physically in my computer in the user settings Lenovo desktop with a name called sales. And type of file is what? Excel 2016. Am I right or not, all of you? So this is called as local file, or it is a data on the cloud? No, it is called as a local file. That means this file is restricted only to my computer. This is not available, or this may not be available to you. Okay. So whereas the data which is restricted to a local system or to a personal computer, that is called as a on-premises data. That is called as what? On-premises data. If the same data, can you see here? If the same data, I am loading it into the Google Drive, then it will become what? Tell me. Then it will become what? Then it will become the data on cloud. It is called as what? Data on cloud. It is called as what? Data on cloud. So here we have two things. What is it? On-premises data and the cloud data. On-premises data and what is that? Cloud data. These are the Two things we have it, on-premises data and what is that? Cloud data. Yes, guys, everyone is following? Please tell me.
Yes, sir.
So these are the, these are the two things you have it. So now the whole concept and idea of this ADF for Azure data engineering rolls behind, moves around the on-premises and cloud only. Nothing else is the issue. Okay, guys. So now, guys, let's come back here. Let's come back and see. This is the thing we have it. So now, guys, let's come back and see what does exactly the Azure Data Factory does. Okay, Azure Data Factory, guys. Azure Data Factory is nothing but it is used to perform the job of ETL that is called as data summarization. ETL is nothing but what? Data summarization. So now we'll try to understand what is this data summarization, what is this ETL, because I am a non-technical man. I cannot understand all these things, isn't it? So how to make it out that one? So for that, let us go here. Can you see here? I'm using this. Now, guys, let's try to forget this ADF. Let's try to forget this ETL and take an example. So let's go and take an example here. Okay. So guys, here, okay. Let us say, guys, you have, okay, you have the following information of a supermarket. You have the following information of a supermarket. You have a following information of a supermarket. You have a following information of a supermarket. So what is that? So let us say the supermarket has provided the following information that is called as what? The first one is the product ID. Everyone, product ID. And then I want the product rate. And then I want the product quantity sold. Okay. And then the final one, I want it as a date of, guys, date of sales. That's it. These are the columns I have it. So I can say that the product ID is something 1233, and the rate is what's at 100 rupees, and the quantity sold is at 10 pieces or 10 kgs, whatever you want. And the date of sales is, let us make it here as a 0902, guys, 0902 2023. This is the data you have it. Now after this, again you have 1244. This is the another one. Can you see here? Guys, this is the another one. Yes, this is the another one. This is the another one, the another line of data. And here you have the rate. And the rate, let us make it as the 200 rupees. Okay. And here the quantity sold is 20. And here you have the date of sale is 0902. Everyone, 0902 2023. That's it. And now I'm having 1355. And here let us make it as the rate as a 500. And here you have the quantity sold is 10. So now tell me 09 02/2023. That's the data. So guys, this is the data you have it. Clear now? Now this is the data you have it. So now guys, after this, can you see here? After this, in the same way, I have, or in the same way, we have one more data, one more day data is there. Same product ID, everything. But here I have a data of 8th February also. 8th February also. So 9th and 8th February information is there. Now here, let us say the supermarket, here you have it. Some more supermarket. So more supermarket is there. Whereas guys, this more supermarket, authorities wanted to know, the more supermarket has a management. Am I right? It will have a management. Yes, guys. This more supermarket management wanted to know the following. What is that? They wanted to know the net sales, all of you, net sales on 08 Feb 2023. And at the same time, they want, what's that? Net sales of 09 February 2023. That's it. They want it. Okay. So they want the net sales. Okay. Net sales of what is that? Net sales of 8th February and 9th February. They want like this. So now, guys, this is the requirement of the more supermarket. So now, guys, Suppose here you are here, you are here. So you or me and we are called as what? Data engineers. So we are here, data engineers, okay? Or we can say the data engineers are here. Now tell me, as a data engineer, this is the requirement of the more supermarket. So the more supermarket management, let us say they are our customer, or we can say client. As they want this information to be gathered, tell me now, as a data engineer, as a Azure data engineer, what will be your job? First job, tell me now. Guys, everyone. So here you have to get this net sales amount. Am I right or not? Do we have the net sales amount right now available?
No.
So we have to get that. We have to find out that. So you have to generate, you have to find out. That is the job of a Azure data engineer. So now let us see how does the Azure data engineer works on this data. So first of all, as we have it. So guys, let's move here. So the first Azure data engineer performs the job of ETL, that is called as extraction, transformation, and loading. Now tell me extraction. If we just talk about the extraction. Extraction is nothing but it is the process of pulling in. It is the process of pulling in the required data. Pulling in the required data. It is a process of pulling in the required data. It is the process of pulling in the required data. So what do you mean pulling in the required data? Pulling in the required data is whatever the data is required, that data you will pick up it and rest of the data you will ignore it. Getting my point? Now tell me, according to the requirement of the more supermarket on the 8th February, let's work on the 9th February first, then we'll come to 8th February. So tell me now, what is it we require? Do we require the product ID to find out the net sales amount? To find out the net sales amount, do we require the product ID, guys? Tell me now. Really, do you require it? Product-wide net sales amount is not there. It is asking you net sales amount, simple. So product ID is not required. Am I right? Then product rate is required or not, guys? In fact,
Required.
Required, sir. Required.
Product quantity sold.
Product rate and product quality also.
Yes, product rate and product quantity both are required. Date of sales, of course, it's required. So now I can say that this is the process of extraction. This is the process of what is it, guys? Extraction. So where in this process of extraction, what I'm doing is, out of all these columns, I'm pulling in the column called product rate, product quantity sold, and date of sales. This process is called as the extraction process. Extraction process is nothing but it is a process wherein you pick up only those records, which is required for your situation. That's it. Now the product, the data is ready here. Now tell me, next process, once the data is pulled in, that extraction is done. Then you have to perform the process of transformation. So what do you mean by the transformation, guys? Transformation is the very important, okay? Transformation is a very important process where we actual summarize the data, or transform the data from one format to another format, Now, guys, tell me here, the data is provided here like this in detail. Okay. So now, guys, the data is provided. What's it? We are picking up product rate, product quantity, date of sales. So now say transformation. How does the data is written further in the transformation? Let us see it here. So now in the transformation, guys, the same thing we have it here. It will be written here like this. Let us say we are into the transformation, and under the transformation, we have this data like this. We have the data like this, and now the data is working like this. That's it. Now, guys, tell me, the data is here. Now tell me, you have in the process of transformation, you have to perform some arithmetic operations on the data. Tell me now, the product ID is 1233. The product rate is 100 rupees and the product quantity sold is 10 pieces. tell me now, what is the actual rate you will get it? Product rate? 10 quantity? Yeah.
100, 1000, sir.
Yeah, 100 into 10 means what? 1000. So I can say here 1000 rupees. So let's make it as, guys, let's make it as 1000. The first is what is that? 1000. Now tell me, next one, what is that you have it? 200 into 20 means what is the rate you will have it?
4,000.
4000.
This is
4000.
4,000.
4000. Very good. So you have a 4000 here. Tell me now, next one, what is the another one we have it? 500 into 10 means what?
5,000.
5000.
5,000.
Very good. So you have the 5000. So let us say it here. Here you have 5000. So guys, that's it. I have a 5000. So just have a look on 5000. Now tell me the 5000 is ready. 5000 is ready. In the same way, I am repeating this process of extraction and I'm repeating this process of extraction and as well as transformation. Guys, I'm repeating the process of extraction and as well as transformation for the second one also. That is for the second type of data also. Now can you see here? Now tell me what is the calculation. Now you will get it. Tell me now. Is the calculations are same here? No changes in the calculation. So we can say, yeah, so we can say both the calculations are same now. Now guys, both the calculations are same. So you need not worry right now in this situation. Okay, but if the calculations are same also, no problem. I'll write it down. I will write it here. 1000. I will write it 1000, 4000. Okay, 1000 and 4000. And then I have the 5000. Guys, what's that I'm using? 5000 ultimately. Now tell me, what is the total amount? If you total it, what is the amount you'll give it? Tell me now. 1000 plus 5000.
10,000, sir.
Very good. So
10,000,
use
10,000.
10,000. You'll get the
10,000.
yes, here also you'll get the amount of 10,000 is equal to 10,000. That's it, guys. Now finally tell me how to write the data. So extraction is completed and transformation is completed. What is the thing left out now out of the ETL? L, that is called as what? Loading is left out. So how the data is loaded? Let us see here. So here, so loading is a process of ultimately putting the final data into the target system, into the target system. So whereas into the target system, the data is put here finally. So for that, how the data is put, let us see it here. So first of all, the data is written like this. First of all, can we say here, net sales amount? There is no column available, but I'm creating the column called what? Net sales amount. The net sales amount I can say here, guys, 10,000 and 10,000 as it is. And now after this net sales amount, what is the next thing you have to tell me now? Date of sales. So I can say here, date of sales. I can use it here, date of sales, everyone. So see here, date of sales. I'm just putting it here, date of sales. And the date of sales is here. So let's give the date of sale is, first one is 08/02/2023. And next one is what? 09/02/2023. Now can you see here, guys? The whole 6 lines data, can you see here, all of you? The whole 6 lines data, I have summarized into how many lines here? Tell me now. I've summarized into how many lines? 2 lines. So now this is called as the process of extraction, transformation, and loading. This is the actual process. We do it in the real time also by using the technological support. So now, guys, here you have 2 things. What is that? You have the 2 things. What is the 2 things? Here you have the 2 things. That is, the first one is called as what? On-premises system and cloud environment. On-premises system and the cloud environment. So on-premises system means what? My system, my computer, whatever you are seeing right now, this my computer, my desktop, this is called as on-premises system. Am I right or not? If I put the same data onto the Google Drive, then it will become what? My cloud data. It will become what? My cloud data. So now can you see here? Here, this process of ETL can be done between on-premises. On-premises, what's it? It can be done between, what's it? On-premises, all of you. It can be done between on-premises, on-premises to cloud, transfer of data. On-premises to transfer of data between the clouds. And next one, what is it? You can have one cloud. Data is there in one cloud. That means the data is there in the Google Drive. From the Google Drive, I'm moving it to the iDrive. That is the Apple phone drive. You have it now. Moving it. So it is called as what? iDrive. Just I'm telling you an example, vague example. So iDrive. So this is called as what, guys? iDrive. Okay. iDrive is the Apple Drive. We have it. So whereas this is called as what? Cloud to cloud transfer. It is called as what? From one cloud environment, I'm transferring the data towards it, another cloud environment. But whereas here you have an on-premises environment towards that cloud environment. Broadly, for your vague example, I can tell you a very easy thing, guys. You will have a contacts in your mobile phone. You have an option of saving your contacts in your mobile memory, or else you can also save it onto the drive memory. Am I right or not, everyone?
Yes, sir.
If you save it on the drive memory, it will become the cloud data. If it is there in your mobile phone, then it will become your what? On-premises data. Getting my point, everyone? Yes, guys.
Yes,
so
sir.
whereas now here it is a mobile contact, everything. It's very simple data. But when you talk about the business has a very complex and very huge, the very massive and very big data. Am I right or not? The business has what? Very massive, very huge, and very large amount of data. You will have it in the business. Am I right or not, everybody? It has a very large, very massive amount of data. So what about that? Who will provide it? The Google Drive is going to take care? No. So for that, no, the Google Drive is not sufficient for that. For that, guys, for that, what happens is many, providers has come out by providing their cloud services, by providing their cloud services. Just Naresh, check, you're drawing the line on my system. Just check. Okay. So can you see here? Guys, what is that? We have it. Okay, just a minute. So now, guys, here you have it on the cloud system. So now what happens here is, can you see here? When we talk about the providers, so we have many providers, but the following are the providers who are available and providing the services that is called as a cloud service in the market, providing the cloud service in the market. And they are called as the market leaders right now. They are called as what's that? Market leaders right now. Let us see it here. Okay. So guys, that's it. So let us see it here. So who are the leaders? The first one is the best cloud provider is called as what? Azure. Azure. And this Azure is from the Microsoft. One of the best market leader, you can say. And Amazon, AWS. And AWS is a cloud software, or we can say cloud service provided by the Amazon. And then apart from the Amazon Web Services, we have the another cloud service provider that is called as Google, GCP, Google Cloud Platform. Nowadays, still it is not, into that much this thing, but in the next, coming 2 years and odd, you will have the Google data engineering. You will have the complete Google data engineering. Okay, so we have what that? GCP, that is Google Cloud Platform, which is provided by the Google. Likewise, apart from this, we also have, guys, many other providers, such as you have Alibaba is there. It's a China based. So anyways, let us not discuss on that. Okay, again, we have what's that? Oracle is there. Okay, Oracle Cloud is there. Likewise, many companies has come out with their own clouds. SAP is also there in the market, who is providing the cloud service available into the market. But whereas the market leaders are these three only. Most of the corporates are using, most of the businesses are using across the globe only these three services, not apart from this. Azure, Amazon, and GCP. Azure, Amazon, and what is that? GCP. These are the three services most of the cloud providers or most of the providers are using. So that's it, guys. So now what is that you have it? So now, guys, as you know, what is that you have it? You have the cloud and on-premises. These are the two things you have it. So that means cloud, that is on-premises means what? Some memory in your data, that is memory in your mobile phone. And cloud means what? Memory on your or data on your drive. That's it. Okay. So here they provide these cloud providers providing their services, not the softwares, guys. They provide the services. The following are the categories of services. That means they provide IaaS as a service, and then they provide the PaaS as another service, and they provide the CaaS as another service. These are the three services, guys. These are the three services provided, okay, by the cloud providers. What is the first one? IaaS. IaaS stands for what, guys? Infrastructure as a service. Infrastructure as a service. Then you have what's that? P. P stands for a platform as a service. And then you use the SaaS. SaaS stands for what? Software as a service. That's it. Okay. Now, guys, these are the three categories we have it. When we talk about the IaaS, infrastructure as a service, Now, guys, tell me, all of you, when we talk about the infrastructure as a service, so infrastructure as a service is nothing but here the service is about providing the infrastructure as a service. That means the storage, you have it. You wanted to store the data. Suppose, guys, I don't have the can you see here? I have around okay, I have around 500, or I can say around 900 PIB data, that is petabyte. Okay, we have what's that? Petabyte data is there. Okay, we have what's that? Petabyte, gigabyte, terabyte, and petabyte. Okay, petabyte, 900 petabyte data is there. But now can you see here? 900 petabyte data hard disks are, I don't think it's available in the market. Is it available in the market, guys? I don't think so. So you have to store this information. So what you will do, you will approach one of the cloud provider to provide the storage on your data center, 900 GB. So now the Azure will provide you the service, and that service falls under what? IaaS, that is called as what? Infrastructure as a service. It falls under what? Infrastructure as a service. Now, guys, in your mobile phone, when you use a mobile phone, Android is considered as the best operating system, or Apple phone, iCloud, or the Apple that is the application is considered as the best operating system. Generally, guys, I'm asking you the opinion. Hello?
Android.
Android. Okay, Android is okay, the user friendly, and we can say that the cheaper or user friendly, we can say. But which one is more secured as per you?
iPhone, sir.
Obviously, the iCloud, that is nothing but the iPhone operating system is more secure than this Android. So now it is your wish whether based on your, if you have some confidential data in your mobile phone, if you maintaining some confidential data in your mobile phone, that means if you're maintaining the confidential data in your mobile phone, it is all, you always go for the iCloud. You always go with the iCloud. Am I right or not? You will always go with the iCloud rather than going with the Android. You'll go with the iCloud. So based on that, you can change the operating system, or you have to change the handset itself.
I need to change the handset, sir.
Yes, we need to change the handset, but here you need not do so. So what is that? If at all you want from one operating system, suppose right now you're using the infrastructure as a service on the Windows operating system. Suddenly what I found is, I found to change that from Windows operating system to mainframes operating system. Mainframes, that is the IBM. Mainframes is the operating system provided by the IBM. Okay, so mainframes operating system. Why? Because of the huge input of the data. The data is very, very, very massively huge. And for that, Windows is not supported for massive amount of huge data. So we can need to go with what? Mainframes operating system. So whenever you want to change from Windows operating system to mainframe operating system, here it is possible to change the operating system very frequently whenever it is required. So that is provided here in the form of what is a service called what? Platform as a service. That is called as what? PaaS. And now, guys, you have a software as a service. Software as a service, third one. Suppose you have to perform some calculations. Always you have to perform some calculations. So, guys, tell me now, when you want to perform some calculations on the data on a very frequent interval, very big calculations, not a small type of thing which you can do it in your calculator. Okay, some big type of calculations and some calculative analysis also you have to make it. So at that time, you require the support of some software or not?
Yes, definitely, sir.
Yes, definitely. So for example, here you have it. Can you see it? I have to find out here. Can you see? I have to find out in this example net sales amount. As you have 3 records, I did it manually like this. If you have 1 lakh records are there, can you do it manually? Tell me now.
No, sir.
No, we require a technological support. We require some software.
No.
So for that, yes, for that software, we require some software such as some statistical related software. So we can ask the cloud provider to provide me with that software. Suppose you have a software called Finacle is there. I require a software called Finacle, or I require the software called SAS, Statistical Analysis System, as another software I require it. So I can request the cloud provider to install and provide me with this software. So now what the cloud provider will do? The cloud provider is going to worry about the license, is going to approach them, and like they will be worrying about. Yeah, they're going to worry about what's it, license and all. If you need not worry about buying license, everything. Simply you need to pay the cost. He will say, I have bought it. I can provide you the service for SAS or Finacle, but every hour it will charge you this much. Is it okay for you? If you say yes, the same will be activated. The same will be activated and you will be billed accordingly. It is just like you use the OTT platforms. The OTT platforms will have premium segment is there and normal segment is there. If you want to view some premium movies, good movies, new releases, so then we have to go for the premium subscription, or you can go with the normal subscription. Guys, tell me now.
Sir, premium one.
Yes, premium subscription. So by paying some cost. So likewise, the same thing is provided even here. So now, guys, the future is going to be the cloud. Nothing is going to be the on cloud environment. Everything is going to be on the everything is going to be the cloud environment. Nothing is going to be on the on premises. Now, even nowadays, slowly, what we are doing, we are trying to move our data from the SD card memory, from mobile memory to the Google Drive or some other drives, iDrive, which is provided by the Apple, etc. But in future, everything will be cloud based. Nothing will be there in your hand. Even the devices, you will have it more flexible devices. Day to day, the improvisation is like that. So now here, the industries are moving from the cloud, that is from the normal on-premises environment to the cloud environment. Okay, cloud environment. That's the thing we have it. Okay. So now, guys, so this is nothing but the future you have it. So whereas as a part of this course, guys, as a part of this course, we are going to see the Azure Data Engineering, Azure Data Factory. So we are going to see the Azure Data Factory. And whereas apart from this, where you will also be included as a Synapse Analytics in this, some good amount of Synapse Analytics scenarios will be provided as a part of Azure Data Factory. And even the introduction and some integrations will also be showed to you on the Azure Databricks, Okay, not the whole bricks, but some of the very essential things, how the integration takes place, everything will be given into this Azure Databricks. Okay, guys, that's it on this. And apart from this, okay, then apart from this, guys, when we have the things, okay, apart from this, the duration and all we talk about, the course duration will be 60 hours, guys. It will be 60 hours. The course duration will be 60 hours. and starting from tomorrow at 7:30 a.m. in the morning. We will have 7:30 a.m. in the morning, the class, okay? And we will continue as it is. And the classes will start from tomorrow. There will be no more delay in the classes. So we will continue as it is from tomorrow. And we'll start even the practicals from tomorrow, most of the things, okay? And apart from this, what it is provided, the course material is provided to you. The frequently asked questions will be provided to you. And also you will get it something, okay? Okay, all this, things which is required, that is a subject and all will be given to you as a part of this course, okay? So any questions if you have for me, you can just go ahead and ask me.
Sir, recording video also will get, right?
Yes, definitely. You'll get the recording videos on a daily basis.
Okay. So, sir, I think last time when I attended the demo, the Azure Snapshots Analytics you have not mentioned. So this, I think, recently you have introduced,
Yes, yes,
trading, right?
yes.
So I was looking for a morning buy, sir, somehow, like I got it.
Okay, okay. So definitely, okay. We'll
But
add up.
timing is not going to change, right, sir? Because
No.
after that,
There is no timing change. You will be having every morning at
7:30.
7:30. If not maximum, you will have 8 o'clock, not more
Yeah,
than
that's fine. Up to
7:30.
9, I'm good, sir. Not
No,
less.
before, because the duration time because we require 1 hour to 1 hour 15 minutes or 1 hour 30 minutes time, because
Correct.
some of the exercises what we are going to see, it's very lengthy exercises. It will take 1.5 hour time also. So that is the reason, based on that, we will be stretching up. Okay. So, but as of now, that timing is 7:30. There will be no change in the timing at all. Okay. So that's it, guys. So we will continue from tomorrow on the same
From
time.
Monday to Friday, or will any classes conducted on Saturdays?
Mostly you will have the classes on Monday to Friday only. There will be mostly you will not have the classes on Saturday, except, okay, because if I have some other batches, then I'll take up this batch also, because if I'm waking up and taking up the class, means I'll take even the rest of the classes also. If it is an off, means mostly it will be off for all. Okay. So anyways, so you will have it this. And apart from this, the project explanation, everything will be given to you. The explanation I'm talking about. I'm not telling you that real-time project, something like that. That project explanation and all these things will be given to you as a part of this course. Yes, somebody raised the hand. Just tell me. Pankaj.
This
So
batch,
so do we need the access to Azure, or
Huh?
sir, how we'll do the practical? So we need
So
the
yeah, for doing the practicals, you don't require any software to install. Simply go and opt it for this. I'll show you how to take the subscription. Portal.azure.com. Go to the portal.azure.com. Log in with your email ID, everything. Now you will have it. Everything web-based, guys. Nothing is on the computer. That means everything web-based. These are all the web-based softwares. You will be using it. Nothing will be on the in this computers and all.
okay, but this subscription would be free, or we have to pay some fees
No,
on that?
first initially it will be free only. Later on, they will charge you on the pay as you go model. So first they will provide you with some 15,000 credit points. If all the points are exhausted, then they're going to start. That is, they're going to charge it. If you save it and use it very carefully, then it should not be.
after 30 days, we have, is there any
There is no.
possible for getting
See,
the new credit card to get the new subscription?
definitely you can do that. That shuffling you can do it. That is your point of intelligence.
Okay. If suppose I have 3 credit cards, can I use 3 times?
Yeah, definitely you can use it.
Okay.
Use a different mail ID. Use a different PAN card number.
Okay.
So it's not like that the PAN card, your credit card, everything should be, attached. It's not like that. You can make it accordingly. Okay. So that's it, guys. For this, thank you all of you for attending, and we'll continue the class from tomorrow. Any other questions?
Daily
I have
connect
one
at the same time?
Daily at
At 7.
7:30. Yeah, 7:30 only. Daily.
Okay. I actually after the 7:30 is flexible for me. And if any other goes to any other timings, will
There
unable
will,
to attend.
there
no, no.
any area to be an to be a Azure data engineer?
Pardon me. Any other area?
Sir, actually, I'm from commerce field. So one of my relative uh, uh, give me a introduction about Azure Data Factory and Durga software. So I came here to take the demo class.
Hmm.
So, sir, is there any criteria to be an Azure data engineer or to be a student of Azure
Kind of the
data
prerequisite
factory?
to learn this course.
Uh, yeah, of course. Basically, you don't have any prerequisites, I can say. But in practical, if you know the SQL, if you know it, see, the part of where we are going to see this Azure data engineering or the
Yes.
Azure data factory, this will be, a totally a character user interface where you will not have the amount of programming and all these things. And even if you will not have almost all the programming will be zero, you can say. But to understand the concept, what I'm doing, obviously things are required because this is a technological software, that is a service we have. So it requires obviously some technicalities will be involved. So that we will take care as a part of this course only. Mostly, if something is required, I would suggest you to take up at least, the SQL apart from this. Okay, SQL, because the SQL is a very basic thing which is required to be in IT, not only in the Azure data, but if you go with any other this thing also, SQL is a very has become a part of all this. So I would
Sir,
recommend, yeah,
sir, SQL, where I can find it?
SQL basically you will not have much complexity in learning the SQL. Why? Because when you talk about the SQL, it's a very old one. So you can get the videos also available in the YouTube. With that also you can learn. That's not basically you have some 6 to 7 commands in SQL. So for that you need not join somewhere separately and learn what I believe. But if you are not able to get it, then you can join even in the DurgaSoft. You
Sir,
have the SQL classes is there.
today, sir, today, whatever you have taught us, I understand everything.
Okay.
My question is only that is there any prerequisites or is there any
Not there is no
criteria to be?
prerequisites. There is no prerequisites as of now. I can tell you,
Okay,
but
sir.
my suggestion is to try to even have grip on this SQL also, because it may require when you do a transformation scripting.
Sir, so can I find SQL on YouTube?
Why not?
Okay, sir. Then, then I want your suggestion that I tomorrow I'll join Azure data, your class or after doing
It
SQL,
has
then
to do
after.
it has to do nothing with the SQL too. Basically, it has to do
Okay,
nothing with the SQL, but
okay,
for understanding some concepts.
okay.
For understanding, see, basically, if directly
Which concept, Samir?
see, just
Meaning,
some time, yeah. When you talk about that, some transformation script you're writing it. If I use, can you see here? If I use this word, suppose I'm using it here, this one. Select. See, I'm just star from some tables. I'm using it. Employees. So now you will get a confusion. What is this? Select a star. How you? But you will understand what is select. Select means choose. Star means what? All. From means what? Where. Employees is a table. Select all records from employees. This type of commands, if sometimes you need to write it, then it will be, I want like you to be good enough on that. Nothing else. This is called as a query solving. Something is required, because not now, not maybe at the time of learning, but tomorrow when you work in the real time, when you really work on this, the Azure cloud tomorrow, you may require to write. So that is the reason I advise the people. It is not like that. Without this,
So,
you cannot learn the Azure.
so
Without that, you
sir,
cannot.
this type which you have written on the screen, this type of command, can I learn on while I learning SQL?
See, that's a part of SQL only. Anyways, so I'll be taking a one basic class for SQL, one basic class for SQL. Before we start the process, also I will tell you one basic class for SQL. What is SQL commands? We have totally 6 commands are there. Those 6 commands I'll explain you, and sub commands also I'll explain you what is the use of all this. If you wanted to know in detail of that, then you can join the SQL. If not, that is enough for you to survive. That's okay. But SQL, you can even learn while working on this. It's not necessary to have it on this. Okay.
Basically, sir, you taught SQL on this in this course.
Yes, yes.
And
I'll take up one class. Will be there on SQL.
okay, sir.
Especially on.
Then I today then I found SQL classes, and I try to learn such
Yes.
things. Okay, sir.
Okay. That's it.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Okay, guys. Thank you, everyone. So we'll meet tomorrow. Thank you. Any other questions for me?
I have one quick question, Samir.
Sure, go ahead, please.
So after finish class, will you provide any kind of resume sample? That way,
Sample?
resume, right?
Yeah, CV sample CVs I'll give you. No issue.
All right. And another quick question. Currently, I'm working on another project, and if I need help, are you able to help me?
No, that's not possible. Basically, you mean to say on-job support, something around for this, technical support and
Currently,
all.
I'm working on one of the Azure project. I need help. So, if you don't mind, can you find anybody or anyone can help me out? I'll compensate for that.
So for that, basically, okay, you can just contact me on my number. I'll give you my number.
All right.
We'll have a discussion on that. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Samir.
Thank you. Bye-bye. So any other questions apart from this?
Hi, Samir. I have a question here.
Tell me.
Yeah. So, are we loading any data from API? I mean,
Yes,
will
REST.
you-
Yes. APIs.
Okay.
I will have a scenarios on APIs also.
Okay. Got it. Yeah. Thanks.
Okay, guys. So I'm just giving you my number here up. If somebody wants to have more details or anything, you can just contact me. This is my direct mobile number. You can contact me. Okay.
Which one? 80963, that one?
8096374412.
All right, Samir. Thank you.
Thank you.
And ADF is the similar to the SSIS.
The concept is almost all the same, but you have many more things again in this Azure ADF. Okay, that's it, guys. Thank you, everyone, for your time. So we'll meet tomorrow again. Okay. Thank you. But we'll meet tomorrow at 7:30.